Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab, doing what I do for you. I took a concept of sovereign and spiritual. Two different things. I'm going to harmonize them, put together. We're going to call it spiritual sovereignty or being spiritually sovereign. That way you want to use it. I'm going to play a little game for you right quick, but I'm going to present it to you in a lesson form. There's a message in here. Let's go. Wrightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to achieve your level of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Oh, you will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. I told you to put together a concept. I'm a hybrid. I'm gonna put two concepts together, see if I can make it work for you, make a lesson out of this thing. So let's go with self-knowledge is what makes you spiritually sovereign. Definition of sovereign right quick, as I put it up on the phone. Sovereignty, sovereign. A sovereign being can refer to God, understood as the supreme, all-powerful entity with absolute authority over creation, particularly the Protestant, Christian, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. God, now, God in many religions, especially the Protestants, and a sovereign being is God, depicted as an infinite, all-knowing, and all-powerful entity that exercises total control and authority over everything. Okay, we got that. Now, let's talk about your personal sovereignty. On a personal level, a sovereign being is someone who has taken back their power, exercises their own inner authority, and live a life of self-trust and responsibility. Sound like a right thinker to me. A personal self-empowerment context. In authority, your inner authority, that means your mind, what's up here, becomes sovereign by what? Means of trusting your own inner guidance, let your conscience be your guide, discernment, Anubis, and your self-worth. What do you think of yourself? And you're not seeking validation from outside sources, aka others. I don't do what I do for nobody's approval but his. When you understand that, you won't have a problem. Why? Because you do the same thing. And that's all that matters. So again, self-ownership of being sovereign. It involves taking full, here you go, responsibility for your actions. Ding, ding, ding. Thoughts and your life choices. Releasing blame and embodying your authentic self. When you get to know thyself, that's when you put all the stuff behind you and you will be better for that. Wrapping it up with, in the political governmental context, supreme power, a nation or a state can be considered a sovereign being. And I got the idea of sovereignty from my man Burkina Faso. They have enough oil, uranium, so they shouldn't have to be suffering. So they using what? their sovereignty and what they got to produce and start making a better situation for themselves. And if you do that within yourself, it's the same thing. The philosophy works. It don't care who uses it. It don't care what it's working on. It just works. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, right? The philosophy just works. Now, let's go. I'm going to try to put these two things together. Knowledge of self leads to spiritual sovereignty. I mean, you're going to be grounded. You're going to be understanding of who and what you worship and who you following. Being spiritually sovereign is the goal for right thinking philosophy. My goal is to get you to be sovereign in your spiritual understanding of who you are. Let's go. Hope you got the concept. See if I can put it together. Now, if you're spiritually sovereign, that means you now know you and God are one. You know thyself. They give you a whole bunch of bread. And the Egyptians knew one thing. This thing on here. They knew how to use this. They knew how to use this. I thought that was the last frontier. No, I was wrong. So I'm going there. I'm picking their brain now because every aspect they use, I'm starting to understand and comprehend more and more. That's why. And now I'm sovereign in my right thinking philosophy. And how I live my life and how I do. I'm totally sovereign. Right? I'm self-dependent. I don't need no church to tell me how to live. I don't need nobody. Nope. I take care of that myself. I know who I am. Myself. From my own experience, not from the books. No, I know that. No, send me in the right direction. But I experience it for myself. Like Yogi Bear talked about, I do the feeling right here, Baba Louie. I run the show now. And all of those who let the ego run them, they can't claim to be the one running the show. Why? You're not. The ego is. All right? So, but through my life experiences, again, my right thinking philosophy is all based on my experiences. I can't teach or tell you anything that I don't know or have experienced. That's my personal concept of what I do. I ain't gonna make nothing up. I ain't got time for that. My sovereignty is me knowing for myself and by living on the principle that I practice daily who I am and why I am doing what I am. Simple as that. You can do the same thing. Ain't nothing special about it. Ain't no whole bunch of no. Just put the work in. That's all. True knowledge, again, is self-knowledge. True knowledge is self-knowledge. I love this. Now, self-knowledge means being sovereign in your knowledge of self. I got knowledge of a whole bunch of stuff, and I try to exercise that every day. But my basic foundation is my self-knowledge. I want you to have your own, so that way you have your own concept, your own viewpoints, and your own God sovereignty. Spiritually, you will be covered in what you know to be for yourself. Now, and you have your own knowledge of self. That's self-mastery. It all comes back to the same thing. To be established, aka we call it steadfast in the Egyptian concept, Jed pillar. We term the Jedi. A Jed is somebody who's conscious and is straight established in what they believe. I gave that lesson a while ago. All this is stuff that I've been giving you the whole time, but I'm just breaking it down why I'm learning more and more now. No, they had this stuff already figured out. And when you're steadfast with self-knowledge, you are sovereign. Can't change. I told my man, a team of wild couldn't take me away from my concept and my belief, right thinking philosophy. Why? It's working for me, and I ain't giving it up. Simple as that. I live it. I love it. I practice it. I teach it. That's my point. And if you do that with religion, same thing. Same thing. No different. Okay? But the results is if you put the work in, you be the one who benefit from it. Let's go. Now, you can share your opinions and your beliefs in God, your experiences with others who have had their own. Now we can communicate on that level. If I'm enlightened and you're ignorant, we're not going to be on the same level. I got to come on down and hopefully I don't subscribe to that. That's why my lessons now are getting less views. Why? I'm getting a little more strong, a little more deep with knowledge, so everybody ain't with that. I ain't got a problem with that because that's what I do. But you can't tell me nothing about God. For me, my God. You can tell me about yours. We can share. Yeah, you can get blue in the face. But you can enlighten me and educate me about God. Don't waste your time with that. I don't go to church for that. I told my pastor, I ain't come here looking for God. I know God. I'm coming here because y'all claim to know God too. And I'm coming hang out with y'all. That's what I do. And I've been there over 10 years now. My self-knowledge that I acquired through studying, practicing what I learned over the years is my knowledge of what? My higher self. I ain't looking for God outside myself. I found God in me. Like Muhammad Ali, the greatest love of all, I found it. And that's thyself. That's God, being God conscious. Knowing thyself. Those are all the things that you have to put the work into. It ain't just going to pop up. It ain't going to just happen. No, you got to put the work in. Now I'm big on the work. I know of others who have what? God conscious also. My pastor, all he got is that one book. But with that one book, got him to God. All my books got me to God. Okay, so well, we both there. I respect the fact that he used that book to get there. I ain't got a problem with that book at all. I ain't got to use it. Why? That ain't what I used to get there. So I ain't got a problem with it at all. I just don't need it. And they all stand on what? Their beliefs. They live it. They practice it. That's how it's done. That's the only way it's going to work. And those who do that, that's why it works. I know that why. I do it with my philosophy. I understand. Again, I tell you, I live Mayat. I think, drink, act, sleep, Mayat, win daily, and I practice it in everything I do. So now I've mastered my philosophy of Mayat for myself so I can help others. Work on theirs, give them ideas, give them instruction, let them do their thing. Why? I'm doing mine. I'm still doing it. I'm on the side of right now in my life on what's right. I'm doing God's work. And I will fight all God's enemies. I'm with God. If you ain't with him, you the enemy. We ain't got to talk about that. When I see you, who you are, I'm going to deal with you accordingly. Moving on. I ain't got to go through all that nonsense. I'm a Capricorn. We don't do that. And again, I'm with self-mastery. That means you're spiritually sovereign. It means you stand on your own. I don't need no church to approval or getting God. I talk to God every day. So I don't need the church for that. I fellowship with people who are like-minded about God and becoming conscious from a Christian point of view, Islamic or Muslim, make a difference to me. My gnosis, meaning my own knowledge and experience of God for myself, having that, I don't need outside approval. Simple as that. I ain't bragging. No, I'm just saying I don't need it. You can't do nothing for me personally. My pastor is sovereign in his Christian faith that he believes in. And mine is in my philosophy. And we both get blessed by the God that we both claim to serve. Mine's in philosophy, his is in Christianity. Same blessings though, so that we both understand. Your self-mastery is only and will be respected by who? Others. That's the group that real recognize real. When you at that level, you know when somebody's at that level. Don't worry. It's a whole different vibration. And I laugh. I'm with this guy, my pastor. Man, he just oozes, righteousness. People just treat him like second coming. I love that. That's how he carries himself. That's how he conduct himself. And people recognize it. I love it. All right? But we recognize real. It ain't just on the street. As a pastor, it's people in church people different than people on the street. He said, no, brother, right? I said, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I ain't got to. No, brother, right? Say no more. I've been fine ever since. Because when I see a perpetrator in church, I used to freak out. No, I get it. You got them everywhere. Moving on. Everywhere. Again, proven fact. But when we recognize each other, we have reached the self-knowledge where we know God for ourselves and we can share in our knowledge of God and the blessing that we receive. That's a beautiful thing. I can't find too many people to do that with. So I'm here every day talking to you. Let's go. However, it's always a however, you got your God knowledge. Don't care, cook, good. When you at that party that everybody wants to go to, but only a few select get to go, right? You gonna ask them how they got there? If you there, all you care about what you being there. Same thing with God, knowledge of God, realizing it. When I got enlightened, I was in new territory. I was somewhere I'd never been before. I'm in new place. And guess who I found? My buddy. Like George said, ain't nothing like seeing a familiar face in a new place. And I've been comfortable in that place ever since. Well, I got my buddy here. Whoever else there, okay, but I got my buddy. I'm good. See, that's what I'm saying. With that kind of knowledge, you ain't worried about somebody. My man said, they're gonna make you Christians. They ain't gonna make me nothing. I respect what they do as Christians, and that's good enough. I ain't got to be one to respect them and love them. Again, I get my dose of spiritual love from my Christian church family. All right, but however you got your God knowledge means absolutely nothing. Why? The fact that you have it means everything. That's why. For those who ain't reached it, they'll never know. But those who do, you know. Okay, men say those who know, don't tell. Those who tell, don't know. If we up in God, something I miss here. Ooh, where's this P? If we up at God, how we get together? Oh, excuse me, I missed the whole that. If we meet up at God, I'm like, what the hell? That don't make no sense. Missed the whole word there. If we meet up at God, like me and my pastor did, me and my mother-in-law did, I got a few other people who. That's rare air there. That's rarity. Why? Ain't many of us got there. Obviously, because I'm still looking for, some more. I'm trying to help y'all get there. Why? So at least I know who the hell you are. Okay, they with me. Yeah, they with me. Yeah. Come on, man, we gonna start filling this damn place up. How about that? That's my concept. All right, here we go. But once we meet up at God, how we got there means absolutely nothing. Being there is the goal for everybody who claim to want to know or be. You got to get there. You get there, you'll know you're right. Knowing thyself is the spiritual sovereignty for what each one of us who in search of the truth. And you can reach it on your own accord. My pastor got his through the book. I got mine through wisdom and practicing the philosophy. My brother-in-law got his through practice Islam. So it's many different routes to get to God. If 9 billion people on earth, it's 9 billion routes to get to God. Why? Every individual got their own route. That's why. You can practice somebody else's, follow somebody else. But if you make it on your own, that's another route. You got an opportunity to do just that. We can all call God, and we do by what? Many names. Different names. Don't care what you call him. I don't care less we call God. Don't ask me no questions. All right? I'll call him Duda. But how you get blessed from the God, whoever you name, is the same for everybody. Good deeds, good works. Everybody say the same thing. God don't bless mess. So if you ain't doing what you ain't even in the game. Okay? For those who, and some of y'all who faking it, I just got y'all the part-time bandwagon riders, good time Charlies. God is good when it's going good. When it's going bad, what happened? Did you with God? Well, I know God is just good all the time. He's good all the time, meaning what he do is good all the time. What circumstances you go through, it's gonna do with God. Don't blame him for the situations. No, don't do that. Those are people who don't fully understand. Let's go. But that's why knowledge helps you with understanding. Just believe it don't get you nothing. We can, and we do. If you're a real God-servant, sincere person, who when you meet another real sincere person, y'all will be vibing at the same level. That's what I'm talking about right there. I can tell from your spiritual vibration when I get in your presence if you vibing on my level or not. A lot of y'all ain't. So like a 2 and a 4. It activates certain things. If I can get to engage with you, I can help you. But if you already know everything, ain't nothing I can teach you, so I can't help you. All right? I see you struggling while I hear what you're saying. I see what you're doing. I know you're struggling. But if you don't think so, I'll move on. Again, being wise meaning know when and who to help. Okay, who needs it. Y'all need it but don't know you do. So I'll be waiting. I can sense your spirit. And again, I see what you're looking at. My third eye scan what? Your spirituality. A lot of y'all ain't got none. But it's not a positive. We ain't gonna be hanging out. If your vibe ain't at my level, I ain't engaging with you. I'm gonna leave you alone. Simple as that. We ain't gonna no. It's like not hate, But if we don't understand, I'm not, if you want to go clubbing, you want to go bar hopping, you want to go watch the girl, we not going to be hanging out. Well, I don't do those things. If you drink, if you do certain, I don't do those things. Man, what you do? I do what I do that works for me. You can do whatever you want to do. I ain't got the answer for you, but what I do. But I let you know, I don't do those things. So, all right, if that's, knock yourself out. Being spiritually enlightened, one will always recognize another spiritually enlightened being. We see each other. Just like back in my day, the real dudes, we recognized each other. Gangsters, yeah, we knew who we was, okay? The rep havers, we knew each other through what? Reputation. And we had respect for one another. That's old school. I don't hate on you because you got a reputation of doing what you're doing. I got my own. You know what I do. Oh, that's what I had to do, or especially if I had to do it to you. But yeah, rep was earned back in them days. But now with spiritual knowledge, you don't need to do that nonsense. Just live, do, and be, and certain things that happen for you. Being spiritually sovereign. I'm God all the time, but I ain't running around here hooting and hollering, praise the Lord. I'm God. I'm spiritually sovereign. Why? By reaching gnosis, having God knowledge for myself, having my own experience, my own mystical experience, my enlightenment. I told you, God told me, look, my man, you just get into me. Okay? He ain't tell me how. You just do that thing you do, you get into me. Moving on. I know Islamic sovereign brother. I know a Jewish sovereign brother, white. I got Christian sovereign brothers, friends at my church. And we all respect each other's what? Belief in what they believe and who God they serve. That's not a problem. I'm secure in my God. I'm a dude say, dude, you sound more and more like a Christian. No, I'm learning the lessons, and the lessons, if they follow them, they good. Why? I get it from my pastor. They work. I ain't never told you yet. The advice he gave me about life, and I don't want to talk to you about that, again, he ain't been wrong yet. Oh, so you know everything. Everything about life that we need to know, yeah, he do. I trust that. And he keep it real. Simple as that. And when I see somebody practicing what they preach, I respect that. Okay, no. Why? That's what I do. I don't care how you think, what you feel about me, but I don't do what I don't say I do. I practice what I preach. My words match my actions. Moving on. And when you're secure, that means you're God's sovereignty. You have knowledge of God for yourself. And being that, I'm able to what? Teach others to do the same. When daily? I'm here every day. Try to get you to just get that understanding for yourself. I ain't got a problem doing that. Moving on. My brother-in-law, who's a Muslim, is sovereign in his practice of Islam. Anything I want to know about, I ask him. But that's his thing. That's what he do. And again, the same blessings that he received for doing his Islamic faith and belief, he ain't doing his job if he ain't getting people to Allah. Okay, I get it. I understand that. That's the kind of brother he is. That's what he do. Again, much respect for people who do that. I'm trying to get you to God. I just not pushing on the streets. I got a platform right here. Moving on. All of us who serve God, and whatever name we call them, whatever religions we follow, we want to help others. That's what we do. That's God's work. Spread the gospel, the good news. I ain't never come here with bad news. Excuse me. Unless you're somebody who ain't doing what they're supposed to do, I'm going to get you. I keep the background for truth. Now, by living right, when daily, the same God that everybody claiming to worship by a different name will be blessed by that same one God. But names are different, but the blessings and how you earn them stay the same. You ever notice that? I do. I've been watching. Same thing. So I don't jump up and down. Again, I'm not beat for what somebody else do. If that's getting you to God, watch this. Wrapping it up. Perfect segue. When you're sovereign, in the God of your understanding, be it Allah, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Krishna, Ishkabibble, okay, Ra, Haru, the God of your understanding, now what? You're a right thinker like me. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just understanding when you do that, you doing what's best for you. I ain't got no problem with that. Much respect and love for you. And closing out right thinking, I appreciate you tuning in. May you all there to be 100, me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who became spiritually sovereign have passed away. And you reach that level, We don't die. I tell you.